In mid-October 2018, an event from Central and North America caught people's attention all around the world. A group of more than 7,000 people, mainly from Honduras, El Salvador, and Guatemala, marched on to Mexico in an attempt to cross the border to reach the United States. The group was identified as a migrant caravan, an exodus of people escaping from violence, corruption, poverty, social exclusion, climate change, and food insecurity in their homelands. The migration path to the United States is one of the most dangerous in the world. Migrants usually organize themselves in small groups and travel through solitary roads, where they are vulnerable to discrimination, violence, and multiple human rights violations. Traveling as part of a collective entity, a migrant caravan, provided a safer spot against all these fearful possibilities. Quickly, the phenomenon was built as a relevant social event regionally and even worldwide. The situation generated an intense debate through diverse media outlets and social media platforms as the caravan inched closer to the US-Mexico border. Suddenly, all kinds of actors were expressing their opinions about the migrant caravan with diverse affective approaches. The multiple expressions polarized public discussion between sentiments of solidarity and empathy on one side, and waves of hate and fear on the other. The research project Caravana Migrantes Affective Publics, the doing of migration discourse in Twitter and legacy media, seeks to analyze the discourse practices and affective dynamics around the 2018 migrant caravan on some tweets and legacy media contents from Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Mexico, and the United States. The purpose is to observe the similarities and differences around the circulation of affect in these two media scenarios, and see how and on what level they interact. Nowadays, we live in a context which some authors have called a hybrid media system, a model where older media logics interact and merge with new media logics, such as social media and diverse digital platforms. In these circumstances, legacy media and networked social media interrelate in settings where different publics try to place perspective and thematic agendas as part of a continuous struggle. This phenomenon is evident in topics that strongly polarize public discussion, like migration. In order to analyze this doing of publics around the migrant caravan, the project mainly considers two concepts as theoretical groundings. The first one is media practice. This concept aims to go beyond an understanding that merely observes the media as rigid institutions and platforms, to think more broadly about the quotidian practices built around media. Media practice as a theoretical conceptualization focuses on the communicative routines in their relevance for the emergence of publics in diverse socio-political environments. The focal point is on the doing of publics, a process in which different articulations and negotiations build specific topics and situations as media-relevant events. The second main concept in the theoretical framework is affective publics. It is crucial to take into account that media technologies are platforms through which certain imaginaries circulate with the potential to affect people. These network public spaces are connected through actions and expressions of sentiment with a strong viral potential, which commonly lead to public articulations based on affective dynamics. As a theoretical tool, affective publics is helpful to analyze the routines and spatio-temporal processes through which new publics emerge, and that often leads to phenomena as different as hate speech or campaigns based on solidarity and collective action. With these theoretical lenses, we can analyze how the migrant caravan emerged as a media-relevant topic through different media practices, and how these articulations created and circulated affective dynamics which polarized the public discussion around the topic. The research is within the methodological framework of Internet-mediated research, a field in which data is mainly collected through the web. Temporally, the research focuses on the public discussion around the topic from October to December 2018, when the migrant caravan marched in Honduras through El Salvador, Guatemala, and Mexico to the US-Mexican border in Tijuana. The research project considers some contents and stories from legacy media outlets from the region and some tweets using the hashtag Caravana Migrante, which was a worldwide trending topic on Twitter during that period. A manageable sample will be collected to develop a basic content analysis. The objective will be to identify and analyze each field-leading discursive practices and affective dynamics to foresee possible confluences and contrasts. Later on, a more in-depth analysis will be developed with some specific tweets and legacy media contents. This second step will be based mainly on critical discourse analysis and the reading for affect interdisciplinary approach. CTA is a valuable methodological tool for studying representations, structures, and power relations through language use. In this regard, we can understand legacy media stories and users' interactions through Twitter as social practices mediated by discourse. On the other hand, the reading for affect model considers the assignment of emotion to specific bodies, actors, or collectives, which designate subjective experiences or feelings. It is essential to specify that this methodological step considers the multimodal character of discourse in network interactions, where the communicative expressions are extended beyond verbal language to integrate other practices like tagging, liking, or sharing, common in digital environments. Through these theoretical concepts and methodological tools, the research project will reflect on how public discussion built the 2018 migrant caravan as a media-relevant topic and the affects that circulated through communicative actions in digital environments. The objective is to investigate the doing and restructuring of publics in network interactions that we are experiencing nowadays, and to understand the role that circulation of affect plays in these processes on a worldwide relevant topic like migration and its relation to media.